Long ago in Victorian England, there was a young man named Joseph Merrick. Joseph was a kind and gentle soul with fondness for poetry and romantic tales, and with warmth in his heart for his fellow creatures. Unfortunately, Joseph was plagued by a bizarre ailment that over time caused his face and body to become immensely disfigured. His limbs were out of proportion, and upon his head grew immense sacs and tumors that stretched the bones of his face into dimensions that defied human description. This made it almost impossible to speak, work, or socialize. Joseph became destitute and an object of horror and ridicule. He would sometimes display himself as a carnival oddity, as the Elephant Man, where members of the public would pay to see his distorted physique and face. On those rare occasions when Joseph had to go out in public, he wore a hood to shield his strange visage from inquisitive strangers. Eventually, the carnival abandoned Joseph. Hungry, desperate, and weak, he was run aground one night by a curious mob who eventually tore his hood off. Joseph Merrick collapsed in the street, too ill to protest when police officers took him into their care. In Joseph's pocket was the business card of a London physician who had examined him in the past. The police contacted this physician, Dr. Frederick Treves, hoping that he could provide help to their mysterious detainee. Dr. Treves was able to bring Joseph in as a ward at his hospital and kept him for a few days in a remote wing of the facility.
John, hello. Let's have a look at you.
Dr. Treves, hello. My name is Joseph, actually, and not John. It's Joseph. Joseph Merrick. Honest mistake, surely.
First of all, will you try to speak distinctly? God damn it. I barely understand you. And as for Joseph, it's just a bit much. It's a whole other syllable, you know. And I'll have to change the labels on all your files. And it's a lot of crossing out in my medical notes. Ha 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 ha. Let's just make it John, shall we?
Well?
Excellent. Anyway, I'll continue to examine you occasionally and so on, do some tests, take photographs for the records and all, but basically, your case is incurable.
I was afraid so, but I did cherish some hopes that you could help.
Well, the good news is, we've done some public appeals and gotten the fund's permission for you to stay here at the hospital permanently. No further need to exploit yourself in carnivals for crass gawkers or get chased through the streets by curious mobs, as long as, mind you, you give me permission to inspect you and experiment on you in front of my classes and so forth. Strictly for medical advancement, you understand.
You mean, this is my home? I have a home?
Yes, I suppose you do.
Oh, thank you, good Dr. Treves. I have never had a place to call home. My home.
I farted. Now strip off and get downstairs to my lab. We have some visiting surgeons I wish to impress with your hideous nudity.
Finally, Joseph Merrick had a safe and happy home. He enjoyed freedom from gross curiosity and persecution, and he had the security of shelter and friends. Or so he thought.
Well, here it is, John. You have to leave.
I beg your pardon?
Speak more clearly, I can barely understand you. John, you're getting the old heave-ho.
Good gracious, but why?
Well, John, the thing is, we're all just sick of your bullshit.
My what?
Your bullshit, John.
But I don't understand.
Ha 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 ha. You know, it was all bearable for a while, but now the orderlies are complaining that they can't look at you without sicking up. And the nurses are all bitching about how many extra pillows you need for that great bollockly head of yours. I mean, you're a nice chap and all that. But seriously, we can't handle all your bullshit.
My bullshit.
That's right, John. Your bullshit.
So now I must leave my...
Yes, John. Your home. Or whatever you're calling it, even though you were just sucking off our charity for however long it's been now. I farted. Anyway, Tally-ho and all that.
Oh no, oh my. Oh, I must leave the only home I've ever known. I must go back into the cruel streets where I'm nothing but a freak. Oh, I must go and speak to him. Perhaps I could clear up this misunderstanding.
Fear not, dear Joseph. It is I, your fairy godmother, here to help you in your most desperate moment.
Good gracious, I have a fairy godmother.
Oh, yes. Now, it does seem that you've well and truly shit the bed.
Perhaps if I could just have another talk with Dr. Treves, and if I promise not to bother the staff with my bullshit anymore, he might let me stay. I mean, he's been very good to me up to now.
He's been letting his students take pictures of you naked.
What? What? With my trousers down and everything?
I farted.
Oh, this is horrible. But that's all right, you know. It's for research purposes, you see.
Did you know that his medical students take copies of those photographs and show them to their lady friends?
They're showing them to ladies? Oh, no!
I've heard Treves say that as soon as you die, he's going to boil down your skeleton and put it on display for anyone who cares to look at it. And the pictures of your willy, too. That's why he's cutting you loose now. He's got all the photographs that he needed for his soon-to-be-published memoirs. Not to mention, don't you think it's just a teeny bit disrespectful that he won't even use your proper name? By the time he's through with you, you're not going to go down in history as Joseph Merrick, medical anomaly. You'll be John Merrick, elephant man, hideously disformed Willie as seen in these photos. Don't get me started about what will happen when Michael Jackson installs your skeleton in his living room. By the time the internet gets a hold of it, you'll be completely screwed. You'll be a bigger freak than Treves claimed he was saving you from becoming.
Are you saying that there will be a time when this Michael Jackson person and everyone else in the world will see pictures of my Willie? Even the ladies? Oh, this is awful. But what am I to do? Where am I to go? It's all a disaster, and I'm about to be on the streets as well.
Joseph, I'm your fairy godmother, remember? I can get you out of this. I will locate and destroy Treves' notes and photos of you so that they never see the light of day. But that doesn't solve the dilemma of where you are to go. I've given it a lot of thought, and the only real option is to send you forward in time and space to an era where your hideous disfigurement can be parlayed into an asset.
An asset? Look at me and listen to me. Dr. Treves always says they can barely understand my speech, and hardly anyone can stand to gaze upon my hideous face. Not to mention, apparently I arrive with a certain amount of bullshit that people find very off-putting.
Treves was gaslighting you. There's nothing wrong with your speech. As to the rest, if I send you forward in time about 100 years, I think we can make you a heavy metal musician. A very rich and successful one. Not only will your disfigurement and lack of musical ability be considered a negligible side effect of the rock and roll lifestyle, you will be literally dripping in babes. Babes, trim, fanny, skirts, birds, females, Joseph. And don't worry about not being able to play an instrument. By the 1980s, that will scarcely be an impediment to having a musical career. Now, get ready to time travel to a shagfest of Dionysian proportions. Let's see, I'd say 1983 should about do it. We need to plop you in and get you well established before all that British New Wave stuff makes being cute fashionable again.
But wait, fairy godmother, I don't wish to presume, but can't you just fix my face so it's normal?
Ooh, well, that would be a tall order now, wouldn't it? How you do like a joke, Joseph. No, better just send you forward in time. Bye now!
But
Dude, I'm so sick of auditioning lead singers. Let's call it a day. That last guy was a joke. We have tried everyone in town, man.
Our manager's gonna go ape. He says we're just like the name of our band, Losers. That name was supposed to be ironic. We're never gonna get anywhere with our music without a good frontman, someone with great stage presence.
Yeah, someone who's got the sex vibes, so the ladies be all over him. But still edgy, you know what I mean, man?
I like Cocoa Puffs. Time traveling. No, not pictures of my willy. My bullshit. My bullshit.
We found our guy!
Tune in for episode 2, dear viewers, where we find out how Joseph Merrick found companions, a sense of purpose, and a new career. Until next time, friends and neighbors, be safe, be well, and remember, the internet is forever.
So, even if someone says they're a doctor, don't let them take pictures of your willy.